Welcome to Taja's Cabin, Part 4. Well, there's been a lot of work done on the upstairs in the living room, and we're going to get to all that in just a minute, but there is one little addition I made down here in the basement area. I don't think I've made any little adjustments or changes. I think everything is pretty much the same. Well, I don't remember if I showed this before, but I have a few little brackets. Wait, let's get this. I've got these little brackets right here. These are actually, I think they're banner holders, and they have a little, they're shaped like a big C. They have a little end piece on them. I couldn't put one on top because it would poke through the floor. I don't know if that really helps or not, but now, like I said, I'm still looking for something to put there. Don't think there's been any changes in this area. Oh, and by the way, if I sound a little off, I'm still trying to get over a very bad cold, so I may still sound a little congested or a little rough. Sorry about that. So, excuse time over with. And one other thing I want to talk about. Right now I'm calling this Taja's Cabin, and Taja, I don't know if I talked about this before. That was the name of a character that I used before, and I'm thinking of bringing that character back with a new playthrough. I won't be picking up where the old one was because I got too many different mods going right now. But that was kind of the whole idea of calling this Taja's Cabin, because I wanted to start the new playthrough when the house is done, so I have a brand new house I can use. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that name, though. I'm going to keep using it for now, but I may change it. I'm looking at maybe calling it Lakeshore Cabin. So that kind of also tells you where I'm going to put it, since, you know, in part one I was looking at two different places. But I'm going to put it over by Lake Illinois because I just like that area. So this mod may end up getting renamed, but I'll talk about that if and when we come to that point. So for right now, I'm just going to leave it as Taja's Cabin, because it is going to be her player house when I get it done. So with that little pointless disclaimer out of the way, I did make one little addition to the basement area. You heard me talk before about this house being convenient and efficient. And that's why I have the containers that I have, the whole thing with the firewood, having the warrior stone here in the smithing area, having the thief stone in the alchemy area, having the mage stone in the enchanting area. All of those things, you can grab that, you get that 20% boost to your skill increase for the appropriate skill. But there was something else that I didn't take into consideration at the time. If you're really into the whole power leveling thing, and it's like, hey, I'm going to brew up a bunch of potions, I'll grab the thief stone, you can get another 10% increase by getting the well-rested bonus. And right now, the only way to do that is to go upstairs to the second floor. That's up 2 flights of stairs just to get to the bedroom, so you can get that 10% well-rested bonus. If you want that. I mean, sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. That's the player's choice. But that's not very convenient, I don't think. So I added this. Yep, that's all it is. One little room added on. This is not a follower's room. This is just a quick and easy way for you to get the well-rested bonus if you really want to do some power leveling. Yeah, like I said, convenience and efficiency. You've got all your containers down here. You've got your appropriate standing stones. Why not have a way to get your well-rested bonus quick and easy? So that's all that is. So with that out of the way, let's head on upstairs and see what all's been done. Well, we'll start over here. I think I have all the furniture in place that needs to be here, but there's still a lot of just general clutter food and things that need to be put here in the kitchen. Of course, we have our oven and our cooking pot. And a couple of prep tables and a shelf here. I think I'm going to get rid of this table though. And there's our dining area. But again, there's still a lot of clutter that needs to be added. That's going to take a little time. We'll get to that in a bit. I want to talk about this little setup right here. And what's different here, hang on a second, I got a cough. Sorry about that. As I said, I'm still trying to get over this cold. It was a tough one. I'm still coughing up. I'm still phlegming pretty bad. Aren't you glad I shared that information with you? I know I am. So I built this little platform here with these wood timbers, and this floor piece is a piece from Savangard. It looks kind of nice. So I like how this looks, but I don't love it. Sorry, another coughing fit. So anyway, I'm trying to think of something else to do here. And I had an idea, but before I implement the idea, I wanted to at least record episode 4 so we can see how it looks right now. Well, the coughing fits just won't end. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking this divider wall and moving it out to about here, getting rid of all this stuff, and moving the wolf over to here, and then putting Meridia over here. It seems a little ridiculous, maybe, but I think that's going to look a little bit better. But I at least wanted to record this and show this as it is now. Well, it's going to take me all day to edit this thing if I keep having those coughing fits. So hopefully I'm done with that for a little while and we can get on with the rest of the house tour. So, as you can see, we've got a lot of clutter on the shelves now. Bottles and books and little saber cat, and I took some statues and some other trophies like the trolls there and shrunk them down and stuck them up there. And we got the bear and the saber cat. Just some random junk here. Another troll. Little Malakath statue. I took out that table that was here, that thin table. I just didn't like it, and it didn't look right. So I tried a couple of benches. They were a little bit big. This one, yeah, I guess. I thought maybe I should have some other chairs here other than the ones here. We've got the big Dwemer guy here. And let's see, what else? Well, we got the vases with some plants, and we got some food and stuff out here. This is all static, as you can see. And just some random stuff on here. I don't know if I'm going to keep these, though. I don't really like how these are looking, these three things. But it's there for now. And you can see up on the wall, got my little assortment of swords and a shield. This is something I did on the other cabin, so I thought I'd bring it back. And we've got the hold shields, the other 8 hold shields up there. Over here, I have all the containers that are downstairs, and they're all linked to the like container downstairs. So, for example, these 3 swords right here, that's the weapons container. It's linked to the weapons container downstairs. Here's one for crafting supplies. We got armor storage, staffs, or staves. Oh, let's not get into that again. Clothing, jewelry, scrolls, notes, and journals, soul gems, ingredients, potions, and poisons. Now, I put all of these things here because I thought it would be handy when you're getting ready to head out to go out on whatever adventure it is you're going to do. It gives you a chance when you get to the front door saying, okay, do I have everything I need? Did I forget anything? did I grab enough potions and poisons? Well, you don't have to run downstairs to grab them or run upstairs to grab it, enchanted whatever. You've got everything right here that's linked. There'll be like containers upstairs in the player's bedroom, so you have access to everything up there as well. And I like using unique containers because you can just look at it and know what kind of container it is. There's bottles, so obviously it's potions and poisons. There's a bunch of ingredients. Well, you know, you get the point. And I decided to put the crafting supplies here in case, if you just wanted to pop in and say, well, I need to grab a few more potions, a couple soul gems, and I want to unload some pelts and ingots, you can do that from right here. And over here, we have 3 shrines. And these 3 shrines, one of them gives you a plus 25 to health, one gives you plus 25 to magicka, and one gives you plus 25 to stamina. And I could never remember which is which. So the clutter that's on this shelf is here for a very specific reason. It's not just random clutter. So if we look here, on the top, we see a soul gem and a little blue bottle, which we commonly equate to being a restore magicka potion. Well, that gives you a clue as to what this shrine does. This is one that gives you plus 25 to magicka. We look down here on the second shelf, we see a briar heart, a little red bottle, and a Daedra heart. So, you know, red bottle, restore health, a couple of hearts. You get the idea. This one does, gives you plus 25 to health. And we already know by process of elimination that the Shrine of Kenneth gives plus 25 to stamina. But if you're still not sure, there's a green bottle and an ebony helmet, which is heavy armor. Well, I'm going to have to do so much editing for all these coughing fits. So anyway, yeah, there's an ebony helmet. It's heavy armor. Typically, if you're going to be wearing heavy armor, you need a lot of stamina. So if you're unsure which does what, then the items on the shelf with them will tip you off. And that's why they're there. Also, when you're getting ready to head out to take on the world of Tamriel or Skyrim, you can get a little boost from either of these for, you know, whichever one you want. It's right by the front door. It's another little convenience thing. So, let's see. Oh, we got to go take a look upstairs. As you can see, we've got a railing in place now, which came out really, really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. It was not easy getting these pieces to line up correctly, because when you take these things and you angle them, they don't always meet together seamlessly. It took a little work. But all the support pieces are in, the railings are in. So we've got a nice set of stairs here. A little carpet right there, a rug. And we've got our railing that goes all the way around the loft. Handmade railing, by the way. As is just about everything in here, because I'm just nuts and won't use any pre-made stuff. There are a few sets of railings that you could use, but I don't know if they really fit in a log cabin, so I built my own. And I've got a roof on here. This is what this roof will look like when it's done. I don't really like the flat part on here, but given that the roof angles differently on this side, I need this little transition piece that I mentioned before. And I'm going to see if there's any way I can build my own. It's not going to be easy because essentially I need 2 triangles. And I don't have triangles. I'm going to have to make a triangle out of a bunch of small squares. But if I can do that, then I can use a piece, something like the floor piece for the roof, and then put in some big log beams, which is what I really wanted, and have the roof come up to a point and not be flat on the top. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to take a lot of work. But the handrails on the stairs came out really nice. I'm quite happy with that. So anything's possible. What else we need to cover? Let's see. I think all this stuff was in here in the last episode. And I talked about the windows. The fill lights, I made them a little bit brighter. You can see the floors lit up a little bit more there. And a little bit more here and here. I felt that since there was, especially like over here where you have two windows and you have daylight coming in, there should be a little more illumination. So I think the living room here is pretty much done, except that I might make that change and take this stuff out and move that wall, my little dividing wall, out to somewhere like out here maybe, and move the wolf over there. The reason I was thinking about moving the wolf is you don't really, I don't know, you can't really see his face that well unless you're, you know, way over here. So I think it might look better there. And good old Meridia will fit right there. As you can see, I put Dawnbreaker in her hands. And no, you cannot grab that. It's static. Stop whining. Go do it the legit way. I was really thinking of moving the dividing wall out to here, and then putting another table here with something like a chessboard on it. But there's not a chessboard in the game, and I actually thought about making one, but I don't know if I can find the pieces I need to make it. So I just kind of scrapped that idea. So that's gonna be it. One other little change from before. This floor piece right here was bigger. It came out to about here, and I had a support beam that ran out over top of the stairs. And when you came down the stairs, it looked like you were gonna run into it. You wouldn't, but it looked like you were. And I didn't like the look of that at all. It just really bothered me, and I didn't want to put in a vertical post which would have come down like right here. So I just decided to make that piece half size, which is the same width as the stairs. And I put this vertical piece in, which there was already one here anyway for the railing. So I just extended that. I had to do a little bit of repositioning with the stairs and the railings. Not too much though. But that looks a whole lot better. And I think I'm going to get rid of that chandelier. So next one we should have the kitchen done, the dining room, and have a good part of the upstairs bedroom and library. And I actually started doing a little bit of work on the exterior, but there's nothing to look at yet. I'm just doing a little bit of plotting and planning and landscaping. But we'll get into all that in the next one. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you in part 5.